I turned 77 years old last week. 77. Most of my friends from high school are either gone or they are spending their retirement savings in a hospital bed, surrounded by machines and cold white walls. But I haven't stepped inside a hospital for a sickness in over 40 years. My doctor looks at my charts and says he is confused. He says my heart beats like a man of 40. He asks me what secret pill I am taking. I tell him there is no pill. There is no magic injection, and I am not special. I simply stopped fighting against nature and started listening to it. Today, I invite you into my home, not as a master, but as a friend. I want to show you the truth, because before I learned these secrets, I was not healthy. In fact, I was dying. Take a look at this photo. It is hard for me to look at it, even now. This was taken in 1979. That young man in the bed, that is me. I was only 32 years old. I looked 60, didn't I? Back then, I was a successful businessman. I had money, I had ambition, but I also had a fire burning in my stomach every single night. I had migraines that felt like a hammer hitting my skull. I couldn't sleep without medication. I couldn't wake up without coffee. I was chasing wealth, but I was bankrupting my body. The doctors told me I had a weak constitution. They gave me a bag of pills. One for the stomach, one for the head, one for the nerves. They told me to get used to it. They said, "Eliot, this is just your genetics. Accept it." I remember lying in that bed, looking at the ceiling, thinking, is this it? Is this my life? Suffering until the end? Maybe you feel this way right now. Maybe you wake up tired. Maybe your back hurts for no reason. Maybe you feel like your energy is leaking out of a hole in your pocket. Listen to me. That is not normal. And you do not have to accept it. This second photo, this is where my life began again. I did something crazy. I left the city. I threw away the bag of pills. I was young and desperate, but I needed to find the root cause. I went to the mountains in the east. I lived with people who didn't even know what stress was. They didn't have gym memberships. They didn't have supplements. But they were climbing mountains at 80 years old with smiles on their faces. I watched them. I copied them. And I realized a shocking truth. Modern life has taught us to live in reverse. We eat when we should fast. We work when we should sleep. We worry when we should breathe. I brought back only 3 habits from that mountain. Just 3. They are free. You can start them today in your living room. And for the last 45 years, these 3 habits have been my only medicine. Put down your phone. Get comfortable. Let me tell you the first habit. It starts with a glass of water, but not the kind you drink. The first habit is about temperature. It is about the fire inside you. Let me ask you a question. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you put into your body? Is it a glass of ice water? Is it a cold juice? Or maybe a coffee that you gulp down while checking your emails? In the West, we are obsessed with ice. We put ice in our water, our soda, even our wine. We think it is refreshing. We think it wakes us up. But my mentor in the mountains taught me that this is an act of violence against the body. He told me to imagine my stomach as a pot of soup simmering on a stove. This pot is processing your energy. It needs heat to break down food, to absorb nutrients, and to send power to your limbs. When you throw ice water into that hot pot, what happens? The fire goes out. The soup stops cooking. The fat solidifies. Everything stops. For years, I did this. I drank cold water every morning. And for years, my hands were always cold. My feet were like blocks of ice in bed. My digestion was slow and painful. I was putting out my own fire, day after day. This brings me to the first habit that saved my life. The morning revival water. This is not just warm water. It is a signal to your body that it is safe to wake up. Here is exactly what I have done every morning for 45 years. As soon as I roll out of bed, before I brush my teeth, before I speak to anyone, I go to the kitchen. I boil fresh water. I do not use a microwave, I use a kettle. There is something important about the process, about hearing the water boil. I pour the water into a ceramic cup. I let it cool down just enough so it doesn't burn my tongue, but it is still hot. Around 50 degrees Celsius, or 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes, if it is winter or if I feel weak, I add 2 slices of fresh ginger and 1 red date. Ginger is pure yang energy. It is like adding dry wood to your internal fire. Then, and this is the most important part, I sit down. I do not drink it standing up. I do not drink it while looking at my phone. I hold the cup with both hands. I feel the warmth traveling from the ceramic into my palms. I take small sips. I imagine the warmth sliding down my throat, entering my empty stomach, and slowly spreading to my kidneys, my lower back, and down to my toes. It usually takes me 10 minutes to finish this 1 cup. You might think, Eliot, this sounds boring. But listen to what happens biologically. When warm water enters an empty stomach, it dilates your blood vessels. It relaxes the digestive tract. It flushes out the metabolic waste that accumulated while you slept. After 1 month of doing this, the coldness in my hands disappeared. The bloating after meals vanished. My energy became steady, like a burning candle, not like a firecracker that explodes and dies. If you touch your stomach right now, is it cold? If you touch your knees, are they cold? If the answer is yes, your internal fire is weak. You are running on low battery. Start this habit tomorrow morning. Throw away the ice. Boil the water. Sit down. Feel the heat. It is the cheapest medicine in the world, but it buys you something money cannot buy: vitality. But once your body is warm and awake, you must know how to recharge it properly. Because most of you are sleeping wrong. That leads me to the second habit, the one that fixed my heart and my anxiety. The second habit is not about what you do, but when you do it. It is the habit that healed my anxiety and fixed my heart palpitations. Let me tell you a secret that my doctor didn't know. Sleep is not a bank. You cannot deposit 8 hours of sleep at 2 a.m. and expect it to have the same value as 8 hours starting at 10 p.m. The currency is different. In ancient wisdom, we follow the clock of nature. There are 2 specific windows of time that are more valuable than gold. We call this the Z-Wu rest. The first window is Wu, which is between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. This is when the sun is highest in the sky. It is the peak of yang energy. In your body, this time corresponds to your heart. I remember when I was a businessman in my 30s. At noon, I was running around. I was having power lunches. I was drinking espresso to keep my energy up. I was forcing my heart to run a marathon when it needed a pause. Now, at 77, I do something that my American friends used to laugh at. Between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., I take a power pause. I do not sleep for an hour. That makes you groggy. I simply sit in my chair or lie down on a flat surface, and I close my eyes for exactly 20 minutes. During these 20 minutes, I do not think about my to-do list. I imagine my heart is a red flower slowly opening in the sun. You might say, Eliot, I have a job. I cannot sleep at work. You don't have to sleep. You just need to disconnect. Go to your car, close your office door, put on noise-canceling headphones. Even 10 minutes of closing your eyes during this heart hour is worth 2 hours of sleep at night. It resets your cardiovascular system. The second window is Z, which is between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. This is the most critical time for your lifespan. This is the time for the gallbladder and the liver. These are the cleaning crews of your body. They detoxify your blood. But here is the catch. They only work if you are already asleep. If you are still watching TV or scrolling through your phone at 11:30 p.m., you are keeping the cleaning crew locked out. The toxins stay in your blood. The waste stays in your liver. This is why you wake up tired even if you sleep until 9 a.m. You missed the cleaning window. For the last 40 years, I have made a strict rule. My digital sunset happens at 9:30 p.m. All screens go off. The house gets dark. By 10:30 p.m., I am in bed. By 11 p.m., I am traveling in the dream world. When I started doing this, the dark circles under my eyes vanished. My skin cleared up. My mood stabilized. I want you to try this challenge for just 1 week. Set an alarm on your phone, not to wake up, but to go to bed. Label it, "The cleaning crew is here." If you respect the clock will respect you. You will wake up with a battery that is 100% charged, not 60%. But even with good water and good sleep, there is one poison that can still destroy you. It is invisible, and you carry it in your chest every day. That leads me to the third and most spiritual habit. The third habit is the most spiritual, and honestly the hardest one to master. It deals with an invisible poison that you carry around every day. I have seen people who eat only organic food. They exercise 5 times a week. They take expensive vitamins, yet they still get sick. They still develop tumors or heart disease. Why? Because their body is clean, but their mind is toxic. In ancient medicine, we say that anger makes energy rise up and hurt the liver. Worry makes energy sink and hurt the stomach. Sadness dissolves the energy in your lungs. Every time you get angry at traffic, every time you replay a fight with your spouse in your head, you are drinking a drop of poison. Over 20 years, this poison rots you from the inside out. So, how do I detox my mind? I use a technique I call the empty mind breath. You can do this right now while watching me. You don't need a yoga mat. I want you to imagine your mind is a dusty room. The thoughts are the dust floating in the air. We are going to blow the dust away. Sit up straight. Put one hand on your belly. We are going to inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds and exhale for 6 seconds. Ready. Inhale deeply through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your belly expand like a balloon. Hold it. Keep the oxygen inside. Let it gather the dust. Now, exhale through your mouth. Whoosh. Push all the air out. Imagine the gray smoke leaving your body. Let's do it one more time. Inhale peace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale stress. Let it all go. Do you feel that? That tingling sensation in your shoulders? That is your chi, your energy, flowing freely again. I do this for 5 minutes every night before I sleep. I visualize that I am emptying the trash bin of my mind. I refuse to take today's garbage into tomorrow. If you only remember one thing from this video, remember this. Your body is a temple, not a storage unit for stress. My friends, we have covered a lot today. The warm water to ignite your fire, the Ziwu rest to clean your blood, and the breathing to empty your mind. Look at me. I am 77 years old. I am not a Superman. I am just a man who decided to stop rushing towards the grave. I want you to live a long life. But more importantly, I want you to live a life without pain. I want you to have the energy to play with your grandchildren, to travel, to dream. You don't have to do all 3 habits perfectly tomorrow. Just pick one. Just start with the water. If this video helped you, please consider subscribing. I have so many more stories from the mountains, so many secrets about face reading and home energy that I want to share with you. This is Master Eliot. I am sending you peace and health. I will see you in the next video.